Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Hey, asshole, hope all is well. It's another day. Wait till I get to South Dakota, and then you'll barely see me anymore. I'll just be out hiking, and I'll just be hiking. I will be in way better shape, and I'll be in a way better mood, physically and psychologically. I'm a 24-year-old young buck trying to get a gauge as to how I'm doing in life. I always want to get your thoughts on some idea I've had for what's next. First, I have net assets around $27,000, not including my car. The only debt I have is on my car, which is $4,000. We're going to have Rich Cooper on tomorrow, and we're going to talk about affording nice cars for you young bucks out there, because you boys do not pay the fuck attention. My asset breakdown, I'm sure you may find a bit out there, but I have around $3,000 in cash, $3,000 in crypto, $1,000 in IRA, and about $20,000 in physical precious metals. Right? That you have enough precious metals. You have enough. Stop buying. Soon you're going to have so much precious metals that when the shit hits the fan, you won't be able to move your precious metals because it weighs too much. Literally, that's the problem you're bucking into right now. I think the metals have been significantly undervalued relative to actual inflation, which is, I believe, around 8 to 10%. Not only that, but I believe the market is being actively manipulated to the downside for a number of reasons, blah, blah, blah. I have a degree in accounting. I'm working on getting an EA certification. I know you say to get the CPA, but I'm not looking to work as a public accountant. And the cost of getting that versus the enrolled age, and DA means enrolled age, it is significantly higher. Maybe when the education bubbles burst, I'll consider it, but at the moment, I don't see the trade-off. Thank Chad for his tax guide for me. Very helpful. Tell him to give you a cut. He doesn't get a cut. I'm answering this question. Well, everyone, Chad. He gets enough stripper money. Everyone, all you tucking in the super chats into his G-string on the Older Brother podcast. I work in payroll and do taxes on the side in tax season. With this, I'm looking to gross around 55 to 60K this year. Not bad in my opinion, but I do, of course, want to do better. My social, okay, if you want to do better, the enrolled agent is one way to go. But honestly, unless you want to get married or save up money for a house or raise a family, dude, you don't have to get a CPA. I don't make that much money. I get by just fine. You don't need to make that much money, man. Just chill out and enjoy life. So I guess, yes, everybody wants to do better, but what's it going to take to do better? Like me, we were talking, who was it we were talking about the other day? Somebody had to go back to school. Oh yeah, I remember who, I can't mention who. And I'm like, I will never go back to college. Never. Never. Oh, I'll go take classes online. I'll teach myself something. But you can never get me to go back to college. Like, if you said, Aaron, go back to college, just live off the government in some government facility, and I'm fine, I'll live off the government. There's no way you'd get me to go back to college. Certainly not pay. And the only way you get me to go back to college is not only do you pay for my college, but you're paying for all my time studying and me sitting in the fucking class. And it would be an egregious fee. So either that, keep going college, education, or like, yeah, no, you know what? I'm going to try and be a Democrat. I'm going to live off the government and just sit here and collect. Oh, yeah, I got the his and the bipolars and the autisms. I need not social. I need disability as well, by the way. And I want free everything. Oh, I got the my doctor, who's a female, who just came out of psycho school. She's 24, and I acted all crazy. I mean, I was all crazy. So, oh my God, do you have hard times paying attention to boring people in school? Yeah. Oh my God, you got the Asperger's. Oh, can I get disability? Sure, I'll write it up. Go, you're so disabled. You're so brave. Anyway, I can understand why you don't want to go to college. My social life could be better. I have a few good friends that I can actively do some fun things with, camping, hiking, drinking, etc. However, their main hobby is playing and collecting video games. I'm somewhat repulsed by this, if I'm being honest, in a way I feel like I'm the only person in my peer group actually looking to advance myself and become something. I intuit that I need new friends, but I continue to hang out with these guys out of sheer momentum and inertia. All right, where do we go? This is a book called Curse with the High IQ. You must read this. You must read it. Because this does not change. It is, I can almost guarantee you, young man, it is not because there are other friends out there that you could have and you just find, you need to find some newer and better friends. There aren't any better friends. This is it. Get used to it. And only get used to it, these people will go away, either because they move. How old are you? 24. Yep. You got a couple years left of this, but then by the time you're 30, they're going to be all gone. They're going to be too old. They're going to be too fat. They're going to be too married. They're going to have too many kids, and their wives aren't going to let them out to play no more. And here's the other thing. They're just not going to want to go play. So you could try and find some cool friends. Go. But 24, your generation, holy shit. At least my generation, we took our bikes off some sweet jumps. At least we swung the swinging rope into the river and fell off like a Mountain Dew commercial. Don't worry, it was a commercial from the end. Your generation is the ones who play video games. That's you guys. Terribly sorry, but that's your generation. And if you're looking for more, by God, man, start now and get your ass out there. But it only gets worse from here. And it's also going to be because you're probably smarter than average. You're independent thinking. You want more out of life, which are all signs of, even if you don't have a high IQ, they're signs of an independent-minded person. And guess what? The world is not populated with independent-minded people. All right? They're all going to go line up to watch black female James Bond. And like, oh my God, it was an amazing movie. She's so brave. Maybe I should get out of my pajamas here today. Hey, I'm already in a bad mood. Bad mood, Clary. Better go run. I got off already. We'll figure something out. So go try and find some new friends, man, but don't have any high expectations. But you are going to have to put some effort into it. I'm not joking. About as much as you're going to have to put into studying for your EA. And remember, you are on a sinking ship. By the time you are 35, it will be over. Okay? God bless you if you find some. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully you find that magic group of people who are like, yeah, let's go live life and do something fun. Otherwise, God, in my age group, Doc cycles pretty well, but in my age group, I think I'm probably in the best physical shape out of all of them. I know a couple younger people who could kick my ass, but there's like 3 or 4 of them. Oh no, the talented Mr. Lee, I take that back. The talented Mr. Lee, he's in my shape, but he ain't got no money. He can't just pick up and go. So yeah, get used to it, Mr. I work a real job, which is location independent, and you're in physical shape. Good luck. Evil James Bond laughed. All right, I do work out 3 to 4 times a week. I am in decent shape. No girl at the moment. I'm unsure if it's worth the opportunity cost to chase tail rather than build a life foundation. It's not. Go do your thing, man. Go run your hobbies. Go do your stuff. You'll find girls. They're there. I'm 24, so I obviously want to go out and do it, and I could be fairly smooth with women, but I do consider that a rational calculation. I do want a family and kids one day for sure, so I intuitively feel it is something I should start soon working towards. But God, do many women seem like poor and risky investments of time and cash? Well, yeah, they are. I mean, you're in a bad paradox right now. Now, good news with this life plan is if you're serious about having a wife and kids, then you're not going to need friends because your life will be dedicated to your wife and your kids. And you'll maybe come up for air, and you'll maybe go have a beer with your buddies, but that will consume the lion's share of your life, which it should be because that's your wife and your kids. But at the same time, you're 24, and I cannot imagine what it would be like to be a 24-year-old boy or man and wanting to get married. I mean, I can understand that, but in today's environment, I mean, you got everything going against you. Forget divorce, forget that. That's you getting married and then going down the road. By the way, rdklegal.com. Check him out before you get married, before you propose. The women are just not there. On so many levels, women are not ready to get married at that age. And unfortunately, they're gonna have to be if you want to have a family. we've gone over this many times before in my different videos. They are programmed to want to have a career and an education more than they are a family. At your age, at 24, most of them are recently graduated or just about to graduate, and they are not going to settle down. They now have to, for the past 20 years of their life, they've been going to school, and now they have to make this count. So they are going to go and they're going to focus on their career, whatever form and incarnation that may take. They are not looking to get married. They are additionally, on top of being scheduled to go straight from college to working, they've also been somewhat, if not heavily propagandized, to view you as a risk yourself. Well, you might just take off on them. Well, I can't. Is he going to appreciate me and my feminist beliefs? Is he going to support me at work? Are we going to co-partner and co-lead? These are important. And it is, in their mind, it's ultimately important. Forget whether it's practical or functional to raising a family, having everybody split everything instead of, well, you do that, I'll do this, and then ultimately I'm the final arbiter of all things here. They themselves are not ready to get married, not only in terms of career and timing, but in terms of maturation, in terms of whether their expectations are based on reality, and ultimately selflessness, which is the number one thing you need to be in order to be successfully married, let alone have kids. And most of the women of your generation, most of the women of my generation, most of the women of every generation, except for World War II, which I think there's 5 or 6 people left, women are not conditioned or trained to be mothers or wives. They are conditioned to be workers, taxpayers, students, and commuters. And strong, independent women don't need no man, fish, bicycle trademark. And they're going to have to go through an epiphany to realize. This is why it's kind of funny. But you know who really makes good wives in a certain ironic sense is single mothers, because single mothers they've actually gotten to the point where they are not the number one thing in life anymore. They've had a rude awakening in the form of their child wake them up and say, oh my God, I'm not the center of the universe. Now I have to sacrifice. They are no longer the center of the world. The irony or the paradox, of course, being is, well, they're a single mom. Now it's like, well, I don't want to marry you or raise some other guy's bastard child. But yeah, at 24, which again is the time to start a family, biologically speaking, on a timeline, there has never been so many resources, so much time, effort, and energy propagandizing and brainwashing women to not be good mothers or wives, and just to not be mothers or wives at that point in life. And so your sweet spot, and keep in mind, this is just statistics, doesn't mean it's going to be this way. You're going to look for girls in their late 20s, whether you're 24, whether you're 34, because then they're still hot enough. They've scratched that itch. They realize work sucks. Maybe they don't. And then maybe they'll be willing to get married and start having family. But you're going to have to really be forthright and blunt. Like, I want to get married and have children. And you got to do some soul searching. Like, okay, are you libertarianish? Kind of like, well, the wife can do what she wants, and we can drop the kids off at daycare when the kid's 2 weeks old. They don't need their mother. And then she could go run off and get her doctorate in education, and she could become an assistant reserve social worker over at the daycare facility and make her $12,000 a year, raising other women's children, but certainly not her own. Do you want to go that route? Or, if you want it, I am the head of the household. I am the father. Father knows best. I will make the money. I will fix the cars. I will fix the house. You will maintain the house and raise the children and be a stay-at-home mom. Do you want that traditional? Well, then you better be forthright with that on your dating applications or however you go out, or with women. Like, I'm not dating feminists. It's going to be a traditional household. If you're religious, it'll be a Jewish household, or it'll be a Christian household, or whatever it is. And you're going to have to be forthright with those girls. Otherwise, in 10 years' time, 10 years, pay attention, 10 years, you'll be looking at nothing but single moms. All right. But although at 34, that would be ideal. So you got like 10 years, and then your market value goes up. You could start dating the girls in the 20s. But here's the other paradox. Once you're 34 and you try and date a 24-year-old, shut up. Just shut up. So start now. And dude, I have no advice on how to go find a wife. None. Especially at that age. I don't know. Church, whatever. I don't know, dude. Nobody knows. It's pretty bad. So, yes, I would focus on building your foundation. I would focus on your career, but I would also be very clear and forthright with women if that's what you want. So you're not wasting your time with some gal that, although fun and maybe you like her, she has no interest or ability in becoming the wife and mother that you would like her to become. I do want a family and kids one day, so I intuitively feel it's something I should start working towards soon. Yes, but God, do many women say risking cash? The more time and cash I waste now, the bigger the compounding cost of that, because I'm so young and whatever I do now could have exponential consequences for the good and bad throughout my own life. What do you think? Yeah, you're going to have to... Dude, life is not easy. You're going to have to invest time in both. I'm just straight... Your career obviously would come first now, okay? I agree with you on that. But amazing shit is not accomplished in a 40-hour work week, okay? You have to work out. And then you're also going to have to spend a significant amount of time finding a quality woman. There are not that many, and it's going to take time, so you're going to have to do both. Look, the next time your buddies say, hey, let's go out drinking, here's something, okay, we're going to go out drinking, that's a 3 to 4 hour endeavor. Would your time not be better spent trying to find a quality girl online? Using the power of the internet to filter through and find a traditional woman. Just something to consider, right? You're going to have to use your time more efficiently and wisely, achieving everything you want to with the same amount of time that you currently have. Here's what I'm looking for to have some of your insight. First, I'm looking to move out of a southern state to Idaho at some point in the next few years. The cost of living seems reasonable, the demographics favorable, and general value system aligned with mine, libertarian and conservative. I'd go explore the place first. Check it out. Read Reconnaissance Man. This book right here. Get that book. I wasn't that impressed with Idaho, just saying. But it's up to you. Northern Idaho was nice. Boise, that was just, oh my God. I was excited. I was looking forward to Boise. Not that exciting. But the eastern part with the mountains and the northern part, very beautiful. Very nice. I also love the landscape and the natural beauty. When shit hits the fan, Idaho is apparently one of the better places to be, especially northern Idaho. Have you been through there at all? What advice can you give me there about living versus Georgia? Go scope it out for a summer. Go to Moscow. I like the town Wallace, but I know you guys all think, oh, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming. It's like, no, you gotta understand. I'm presuming you're white and you're looking for a white gal, conservative or traditional. You're gonna run into meth. You're gonna run into alcoholism. If you're looking for June Cleaver, she's not there. All right? This is the people of Walmart. Okay? There's not this place that got stuck in 1955 and nuclear families are worshipped. All right? We're talking trailer parks. All right? All of the country, all of the races have gone to shit. And, just so go check it out first before you go there. But I like Wallace. There's a string of towns coming out of the main drag on Highway 90 there. Kellogg. I prefer Wallace, though, but that's me not looking for a girl. Like, I could just sit in Wallace and write a book. I might do that. Who knows? I haven't been to Moscow. There's a lot of small towns along the Salmon River. The Bitterroot Mountain. That's beautiful. Bitterroot Mountain Range. Boise was boring. Oh, God. Boise was just, what the hell? And I've been through Georgia, I think, twice, and I like Georgia, but it was hot in summer, and I won't live in Atlanta. I won't drive through Atlanta. I'll avoid Atlanta. I'll go through Atlanta at 2 a.m. in the morning. I will not drive Atlanta. I'm looking to set up roots somewhere for the long term, and Idaho seems like a place that may survive a western collapse. Yeah, I think it would because of the water. You got a lot of water in mountains. Nice community of people, too. I don't know about that. Let me go check it out first. Next, I want to get your thoughts as to whether it would be better to go back to school for CPA or a mechanical engineering degree. I'm relatively happy with the accounting degree I have, but a part of me wishes I did more in college and went for engineering. Doing aeronautical or petroleum engineering would be a seemingly stable career choice that would be better suited for surviving the automation apocalypse than accounting. What are your thoughts? Dude, every job sucks. I have like 4 videos like all jobs suck. Go look them up. Because what will happen is you'll get your mechanical engineering degree, and then guess what you're going to do? The majority of your work is going to be done on a computer. You're not actually tinkering. That's a mechanic. If you want post-apocalyptic skills, become a mechanic. Don't become a mechanical engineer. You'll be able to design some really great stuff without milling equipment, let alone how to operate it. I don't know what your designs are going to do. And no, dude, don't. Just, you can if you have that intellectual curiosity and you got free education. Fine, go get a mechanical engineering degree or a petroleum engineering degree. Go. I understand. I've often thought, I was this close to nuclear engineering many years ago. I should have done it. And there's always that, well, what if, oh man, I was good at physics and chemistry. I would have really liked that. That seemed interesting. It's a fucking job, man. It's just a fucking job. I would go back to get your CPA just so you can do taxes. Go ahead and do it. You got the IQ for it. The other thing is you can work remotely. And then if you really want to have like a post-apocalyptic skill where, bookkeeping is not going to be all that necessary when you're just looking for water, I would become a mechanic, or become a plumber. Become something that, you can fix cars and you can build stuff. But I would not go, again, unless you had a huge intellectual interest in it, but I would not. It's just going to be a waste of time. And it'll be interesting for a couple years, and you're like, God, this job sucked. Maybe I should have stuck being a CPA. Maybe I should become a doctor. Stop looking for that job that doesn't exist. All jobs suck. Yours sucks the least because you can work remotely, it's in demand, and you can make money, and you can go fish in some of those amazing rivers out in Idaho. All right, there you kids go. Questions, answers, ASOconsulting.com. Links down below. Everyone go by Reconnaissance Man, Curse of the High IQ, and we'll see you guys later. Toodles.